Good morning, beloveds. So, if you didn't catch the Zoom last night, we did a Zoom to Facebook Live, which was really cool and really fun. We stayed up too late trying to figure out how to do it, but it worked because we had a soul session scheduled with Miyoke, and it was fantastic. But because she was going to come up and we were going to stream it from the center like we normally do, and she lives near one of the bayous, and it had rained all day, so we were like, no, we got this, we figured it out. So the exciting thing about that is it opens us up to be able to do these kind of soul sessions with people all over the country, potentially all over the world. So it's really exciting. Yeah, so that's the exciting news. If you haven't seen it, you can either go watch it live on Facebook or go watch it on Facebook. Or I'm so excited about it, and it downloaded really quick. So it's on our YouTube channel, the Creative Life Spiritual Center YouTube channel, under the Soul Sessions. It's really cool. They talked about a wide-ranging number of topics, and it was just, she was one of my teachers. She still is one of my teachers. But yeah, it was cool, and it was good to see her. So, we didn't get to see her in person, but we did get to see her, so we were excited about that. So, please go check out the soul sessions. The soul sessions are, let's pull in the most interesting people that we know and talk about whatever. Because we had, Iris is 16, and she was the one that we did previously, and Danielle did that one, and it was really good. So, going forward, never know who we might get, including you. You never know. All right, but it is May 20th, and our title is Today I Proclaim My Divine Inheritance. The Bible quote is, "Neglect not the gift that is in thee." And that is from 1 Timothy 4:14. If two persons were exactly alike, one would be unnecessary in the scheme of things. Emerson said, "The imitation is suicide. The divine spirit never made any two things alike. No two rose bushes, no two snowflakes, no two grains of sand, no two persons. We are all just a little unique, so that each may wear a different face, behind which is the same, the one and the only presence, which is God. It is right and necessary that we should be individuals. Unity does not mean uniformity. Unity means everything draws its strength, its power, and its ability to live from one source. One life flows through everything. This life is never monotonous. It is forever doing new things in you and in me." Realizing that the divine has made me just a little different, I affirm that I am one with this original spirit, and that it is doing something new through me today. Therefore, everything I do shall be original. It shall be like a new creation. There will be a new enthusiasm, a new zest for life. Even the old songs I sing shall be a little different because of a renewed influx coming from the maker of all music and the master of all singing. Realizing that the divine spirit is flowing through me in an individual way, I accept the genius of my own being. I know that the original artist is doing something new through me today. Therefore, I do not imitate others, for each is a king in his own right. Each is a divine being on the pathway of eternal unfoldment. Gladly do I recognize and unify with the genius in others, but always keeping the uniqueness of my own personality. All the presence there is flowing through me in a little different way. All the creative genius there is thinking in me in an original manner. I invite the inspiration, the illumination, and the guidance of God, and gladly cooperate with it. All right. And honestly, that probably is one of my favorite lines. Unity does not mean uniformity. And then realizing that the divine has made me just a little different, of course I snorted when I read that. Because I know that the divine made me wildly different. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Not only am I okay with it, I'm thrilled about being different. It's what makes life interesting. It makes every day new because you're going to encounter new things and do new things. And yeah, and I'm not terribly resistant to change. I love routine. I'm big on routine, but I like different people. I like meeting new people. I like learning new things. So different. Yeah. Unity is not uniformity. I don't want unity to be uniformity. I want to recognize everybody as my brothers and sisters, everybody as my siblings in God, but that we're all unique. If you have not ever seen sand magnified, Google it. Google grains of sand magnified. I forget how much they had it magnified, but like we look at sand and it all looks the same to us, but when you magnify it to what it was like 100 times or something, maybe 1,000,000 times, I'm not sure. They're all different shapes and sizes and stars and colors. You're just like, it looks like this uniform tape. No, once you get it down to that level, it's really, I mean, on a microscopic level. And no two snowflakes look alike. And I mean, trees grow right next to each other and they're a little different. They're a little different. So, today I proclaim my divine inheritance. What is my divine inheritance? Today it's to be different and to celebrate that. To celebrate that. To celebrate that we don't look alike, that we don't think alike, that we don't love alike, that we have this infinite variety of that keeps life interesting. So neglect not the gift that is in thee. Neglect not the gift that is in you. The divine spirit that created you, because the divine spirit wanted you. It needed you, but it also wanted you. God wants you here to experience, to learn, to grow, to love, to be. There's nothing you have to do. You get to be. And in the process of being, you'll do all kinds of amazing things. I'm not as familiar with the book of Timothy, so you'll have to look that one up to see who that is. But it's 1 Timothy 4:14. So if two persons were exactly alike, one would be unnecessary in the scheme of things. I mean, we've heard Ernest say that before. Emerson said that imitation is suicide. Now, we've heard imitation is a form of flattery. But you don't ever want to be exactly like somebody else, because it's denying the gift of who you are. And that's what Emerson is saying. So if there are qualities of another person that you like, then you take those qualities and you imitate those qualities until you make them your own. And when you make them your own, you're no longer imitating that person. You may have taken some of the things that you like about them, but you're still going to do it your own way. And please do. Please do. You know, if there are things that people do that you like, that you think that would, then try them on. And then make them your own. Don't try and do them exactly like that person did. God, where would we be if Eddie Van Halen had tried to play guitar like everybody else? And all of the people who are learning to play guitar, who are trying to imitate him and realize that they can't, are finding new ways to do it. They're creating new ways to play the guitar, just like he did. The divine spirit never made any two things alike. No two rose bushes, no two snowflakes, no two grains of sand. Seriously, Google it. And no two persons, even identical twins. But it may be hard to see. We are all just a little unique. so that each may wear a different face, behind which is the same, the one and the only presence, which is God. It is right and necessary that we should be individuals. I mean, otherwise the world would be boring. Unity does not mean uniformity. Unity means that everything draws its strength, its power, and its ability to live from one source. That source is spirit. That source is God. That source is the divine mind, the divine patterning, whatever you want to call it, Atman. Whatever it is that you want to call it. One life flows through everything. This life is never monotonous. It is forever doing new things in you and me. So, realizing that the divine has made me just a little different, or a lot different, I affirm that I am one with this original spirit, and it is doing something new through me today. So you are one with this original spirit, and if you are willing, it will do something new through you today. It will do something new through you every day, to the point that you're willing. Therefore, everything I do shall be original. It shall be like a new creation. I mean, if you've done any kind of art, clay being a good one, you never throw the same pot twice. Ask Maggie. You never throw the same pot. They might look almost exactly alike, but they're gonna be a little different. You'll never throw the same pot twice. There will be a new enthusiasm, a new zest for life. Even the old songs I sing shall be a little different because of a renewed influx coming from the maker of all music and the master of all singing. Y'all don't want to hear me sing. You don't want to hear me sing. But I do, and I sing and I enjoy it, and every time I sing it different because singing is not one of my gifts. I do it anyway though. Because that joy is coming through me from spirit. That's why I sing. Realizing that the divine spirit is flowing through me as an individual, in an individual way. Because we are individual. We are divine distributors, but we are individual divine distributors. So it comes through us differently. That's why we have so many different kinds of friends. Because we get something a little different from each one of our friends. You're never going to get everything you need from one person. It's not possible. That's why we have multiple friends. But it's all coming from the same source. It's all coming from that loving spirit. I accept the genius of my own being. Ooh. I accept the genius of your own being. Are you willing to accept the genius of your own being? Because the genius of your own being is spirit coming through you. I know that the original artist is doing something new through me today. Therefore, I do not imitate others, for each is a king in his own right. Each is a divine being on the pathway of internal unfoldment. Now, I do not imitate any others, but they got a technique I like. I'm going to try it out. But I'm going to make it my own. All right? That's the way it works. If you see somebody doing something and you think, that's cool, I'd like to try that. Try that. But don't try and do it exactly the way that they do. Recognize that as you learn to do it, and it flows through you, you're going to individualize it. Because that's our gift. That's our gift. That is our divine inheritance. Gladly do I recognize and unify with the genius of others, but always keeping the uniqueness of my own personality. All the presence there is flowing through me in a little different way. All the creative genius there is thinking in me in an original manner. I invite the inspiration, the illumination, and the guidance of God and gladly cooperate with it. Well, I just heard the mission for today. Our mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to invite the inspiration, the illumination, and the guidance of God, and gladly cooperate with it and individualize it to us, to each other, to who we are. To let who we are show. To not try and hide it behind a mask. To be the children of God that we are. Because we are beloved children of God, in whom God is well pleased always and forever. That is our state of grace. So you've heard the mission today. It's about inspiration. And you have... So now is when I get to encourage you, as I always do, to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. Whatever that looks like. Absolutely whatever that looks like. Be it a big thing, be it a small thing, be it a day of rest, be it a day of go, 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 go. Whatever it's going to be for you, make sure that you take that moment to be loving, kind, and compassionate for yourself. You are the best person to practice on. You are the one who deserves your loving, kind, and compassionate the most. And the more you practice on yourself, the more you will have to share with other people. It's the way it works. Practice makes permanent. It sets up your default settings. So practice. Practice, practice, practice. Practice love, practice kindness, practice compassion. And practice knowing who you are, which is a godling. So we may see some sun today. I don't know. There was a little blue sky out there, and then it promptly clouded back up. I'm hoping we're done with the rain for a little bit. But whatever your day looks like, do something to engage your mind. Open your windows, get some fresh air, go for a walk, drink some water. Know that you are a beloved child of God. And in the process of that, open the windows of your soul. Allow that breath of heaven to remind you you do live in heaven now. It's all around you. The more you look for it, the more you'll see. The more you see, the more there is. Good has a way of multiplying itself that way. As Emma says, look for the good and praise it. All right, beloveds. Do what you need to do to make it the best day you can. All right? And know that you're loved. Know that you are loved. And it is Thursday, so if you need them, there is a Telebridge prayer circle tonight. If you're interested in that, it's with practitioners Marissa and John Rennie. Email info@creativelife.org. These happen on Thursday, just in case you're watching this on YouTube. These happen on Thursday, so email info@creativelife.org if you want that information for that prayer circle. Our practitioners are available a variety of times just to check in. All right? And remember, these talks are archived on the Running Rev YouTube, Running Rev Ryan. It's 3 R's. Running Rev Ryan YouTube channel. So please feel free to check those out. There's a year's worth of material up there. And I've sorted them into playlists by month and put the titles on them. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, I tried to make it a little easier to find. Have a wonderful day, beloveds. All right? And I'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m.